Okay, in the next section we're going to take some mithril silver and we are going to very lightly paint in, if you follow your box art, the chips and the outline of the jaw plate. So it looks like they just kind of follow the edge, and any time there's any kind of nick mark all the way around. So I'll do it on one half to show you what it looks like, and then oops, jump ahead to save time and let you guys continue. Yeah. So, kind of like that, and then we're also going to be painting all the way down to the ends here. So this gold piece. And the lines down the sides. Something like that. Okay, nice, that looks good. Next thing we're gonna do is do the same thing up the back. And I'm going to show you how we're going to highlight some of these jagged little ramming things. Maybe a little piece of fur or something. Sorry about that. So if you imagine that the jaw is going to be facing forward like that, then up here is really where you want to get some of that, you know, really fine lighting, highlighting, I mean. And I want to just catch the upper edges of these little spikes. You're also going to be finding places in the scratches and the nicks, the New York nicks, and you're going to be highlighting underneath. So the bottom, whatever you would consider the bottom edge of each scratch. You can also add your own, so just take like small little strokes and just kind of brush your own like that. Really easy to do. Just make sure you don't have lots of paint on your brush when you do it. And you can do like small little scratches and tiny little strokes like this and like this and like this. As random and you know, as random as you can make it. Alright, so that's this half. I'm gonna do simultaneously the same thing to the other half, then we'll add our verdigris. Good kitty, who's a good kitty? Okay, next we're gonna take our, where is he? Our Calvin Brown. Soon as I can find it. Igor! Yes, master. Where is my Calvin Brown? Right here, master. Thank you, Igor. And we are going to water it down in our wet palette. And we are going to paint our the mane of our saber tusk. So anywhere where you see this kind of, it's not really showing up. We might have to go scorched brown for this, ladies and gentlemen. It's not really showing up. Well, isn't that a fine how do you do? So Igor, yes master, be a lad and fetch me the scorched brown. Not the scorched brown, master. Yes, Igor, the scorched brown. Oh, master. Here you are, master. The scorched brown. Dun, dun, dun. So, you're also going to be painting, which we can get started while the Calvin Brown on the top is drying, on the little bits at the paws. We're also going to be painting the actual claws, the talons itself. Not just yet though. So the scorched brown first. And kind of fade up. This is a GW scheme. I'm taking it right off the cover of the box art. If it was me, I kind of like the light socks because my cats have white, I guess you call them socks around their paws. So I might have gone for that, but that's alright. Hey, nothing saying that I can have 2 Iron Blasters in my ogre army. You're also going to be taking your darker color, in this case scorched brown, and trying to paint inside the tanned hide. This, I guess, brand. Hopefully you can see that. kind of a mess because the Calton brown is still there, so I'm just gonna slop it around. No time to waste, my friends. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna get all the, just whatever you would consider its mane, like a lion. In front. And the inside of its mouth, because you'll be able to see this off the cannon. Okay, let's get painting little Griffin sepia wash for the fangs. Give it that aged look. For the talons of our jungle cat, though, we're gonna give him Caridon granite talons, so almost like completely jet black, as opposed to these bleached bone and yeah. And for the eyes, let me show you how we're gonna do the eyes. I'm gonna take some nice little bubonic brown, and we're gonna paint in the eyeballs, and then we're gonna dot the upper part with a little bit of chaos black. Trust me, I've looked at many pictures of jungle cats. Dry for a bit. Looks like they want to do a dry brushing on the back of Commando Kaki. Or is that bleached bone? Could be either Commando Kaki or bleached bone. I'm gonna go with Commando Kaki if I can find it. And then, yeah, this is gonna be a dry brush, and then we're gonna tie it back down with some Griffin sepia in a little while. Dry brush, dry, dry, dry. The thing about Commando Kaki is that it's not a very dry paint. Like, it sits and it just gets. It's hard to dry brush it. Put too much on. It's just a really wet paint, where as opposed to, like, you know, something like Deneb Stone, fantastic dry brushing paint for that. Commando Kaki is the color that we're kind of looking for, but you know, if it's not going to work with us, it doesn't look like it wants to work with us. GW, I hope you fix this in your new range. Yeah, we might have to go to the standard Old Faithful Deneb Stone. This is redonkulous. All right. Where is it? Here it is, Deneb Stone. Dry brush again. So with the tan, there we go. So we're not completely covering that really rich mixture of snakebite leather and bubonic brown, but we are giving him like this kind of dusting of this lighter color. Now on top of that, we're gonna build with bleached bone. So just like how we do our like teeth and our fangs and claws. Doing kind of the same thing. Whew, very bright. But that's okay because we're gonna tie it down again with some Griffin Sepia. So next time that we tie it down, tie all the colors together with the wash, it's going to blend the base coat of what we just did with the bleached bone and the base color of that really nice mixture of bubonic brown and snakebite leather. It's okay if you get some in the brand. You can just fix that later. We'll fix it in post. Also want to hit Kitty's face with the highlight. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And then we'll come back and we'll hit it with another thing of Griffin Sepia. While we're doing that, or while we're waiting for that, continuing with this guy, we're gonna do some verdigris with the same technique that we've done before. Hawk turquoise, really watered down, going into the recesses, and also not only in the creases, but in the cracks and the scratches. So, let me show you what I mean. Really watered down right into the center. Right into the center. Just like that. The ones that are molded, or modeled, I mean, into the actual, into the actual model. And then on the side where the metal meets the metal, and then around each of these little rivets. Okay, before we go any further, I think I'm going to just put our little guy here on top of the cannon so we can finish him on the cannon. The only thing I've done since editing the last, or filming the last video, was highlighting up the face a little bit more with bleached bone, then painting in the talons with Caradon granite. So I'm gonna put him right here on the cannon. Now we want to make sure that the comet is aiming down. And let's zoom out a little bit. And then we're gonna take our plastic cement and hopefully it's not dried in the center. It has. It has dried. Oh. So we're gonna clean the barrel. Reload. Fire! And just throw him on there. Get him to the front. And you want to line up the seams. So it's about there. I'm trying to line up where the seams in the saber tusk align with the cannon. There we go. Now we can finish him. I can finish him in style. I don't really need to secure him much more than that. If you want to put a little bit more plastic cement, like right under his head, where his head meets the front of the barrel, you can do that as well. just stick him on. Yeah, that should hold him. Okay, so now we're gonna finish him with some Griffin sepia. Before we do that though, let's paint his eyeballs, shall we? So now that we've got our bubonic brown in his eyes, you can see it's kind of like a yellowish brown, which is like perfect for us. You want to take your Chaos Black and make as perfect a circle as you can, right? Excuse me, right in the center. And like I said, near the top. Oop. Also try to center them as much as possible. We don't want to give our jungle cat some kind of astigmatism. This one side and the other. And if you mess up, then you can just go back with your bubonic brown. Like I think that I'm gonna have to go back over, but that one doesn't seem too bad. The one on his left eye seems okay, his right eye seems like, oh, what's going on? So I'm gonna find my bubonic brown, repaint it. And have a go again later off camera, but here on the left is kind of what we want. Ooh, oh my god! The look of utter surprise. Okay, now we're going to take our Griffin sepia and wash again down the back. This time it's going to tone down the bleached bone and tie it into this mixed color in the middle. And this color we end up with is more akin to the tanned kind of saber tusk color that Games Workshop puts out. Oh, excuse me. So you want to get them everywhere, and you want to make sure that you do not leave any pools like this. Spread it all around as evenly as you can. And here on the front as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we're gonna let that dry, come back to it a little bit later, and see what else we have to do. This little guy is done already. I've already also chipped the back and added the verdigris to both sides, so he's done. That leaves us only with the driver and the saber tusk stripes. Knock out this eyeball really quick. Yeah, that's okay, that'll work. So with the driver, we've washed him. To highlight him, we're just going to take a little bit of Commando khaki and we're going to highlight up his bandages as well as the sign that he's holding. So first we're going to go in and attack these bandages as best as we can. Look how that commando khaki like instantly perks up that color. It's not as bright as bleached bone, and I think that's good because you don't want it to detract from the skin tone, which is naturally kind of dark. Not many people are going to see his feet, but anyone who does, we're going to give them some nice foot wraps to look at. And yeah, that's really all you need to do for that. For his skin, you're going to add some commando khaki to the catechin green, which was our base color. Mix that up really nice in your wet palette. And that is your highlight color for the skin. So let's knock it out. Hitting areas again that the sun or the light would most likely reflect off. No matter where you're looking at them. Okay. Last thing, we're going to add a little bit of Tallarn flesh to our highlight color. That commando khaki and bleached, or not bleached bone, but catechin green. And then we're just going to paint that to the tip of his nose. As you can see, it's not really a red nose, but it's a little bit of a pronounced hook nose. Then the last thing is taking pure Tallarn flesh and painting that on the very, very tippy tip. Ta-da! And that, my friends, is going to do it. Except for the I didn't highlight up his line, his sign thing. Except for the stripes. So we'll come back for the stripes, and after that, it is on. We are going to glue this puppy together and finish him off. So I'm using commando khaki. I'm just kind of painting in the letters Kislev, 10 miles. Oops. Okay, so we'll see you in the next one.